Hello, welcome to this weather update. It's about 7:30 on August 4th, 2019, and the shower and thunderstorm activity is starting to die down. Really, we didn't get hit here on Long Island. It was mainly in the Hudson Valley. We'll look at Ventusky and show you what the radar looked like earlier. And as we in the afternoon, you can see that there was some stuff popping up over here in the Hudson Valley. We moved toward 3 o'clock. And you can see here these showers and thunderstorms, none of which were severe, moved down into the Hudson Valley, hitting a lot of the same areas that were hit yesterday. But as we move this along, you will see that that one cell there, which threatened our area, and the skies got dark, and you could see it approaching, fell apart by the time it got to us. And then another cell developed here, and there was another cell over here, and another one over here. It kind of just weakened as well. As we go into the evening, you can see it kind of just fell apart. So, fortunately, no severe weather today, which is good news. But it was kind of a hot day. So we're going to look at the current temperatures right now across area. We'll start with Farmingdale. 79 degrees. It has gotten humid again. The dew point is 66. We never really lost the humidity today. The humidity went down a little bit in the middle of the day, but it was hot. Got up into the mid 80s. And then the temperatures dropped, and we had a sea breeze. And it looks like they did get some light rain at Farmingdale. So we did have a sea breeze, which dropped the temperatures, but raised the humidity a little bit. But still, it feels a lot better now than it did in the afternoon. The afternoon was kind of brutal out. We'll look at Islip, too. We'll see what the temperatures were there. 80, 65. Islip got up to 86. And again, similar with the dew points, they dropped a little lower. The dew points got in the mid-50s, but then came back up again in the afternoon. Let's look at Tom's River and see what they got up to today. So I'm sure it was much hotter there. So 82, it's more humid, that's for sure. Dew point 68, you can see they have a chance of showers in the forecast for tomorrow because the front's stalling to the south. Hit 88, and yeah, the humidity never went down for them. Actually, they had dew points up in the upper 70s again this morning. So another brutal, brutal day for them. So I want to see if we can find any storm reports out of our weather office for last night's storms. And not a lot of information about these storms that hit the area. They disrupted Metro North. We still don't know exactly what happened. It's back to normal now on the New Haven line, but a lot of people were stranded. A lot of people were stuck, and not much in the news about it. The news is... Let's go over these storm reports. So, New City in Rockland County, a house was struck by lightning on Overlook Road. Wow. That was wow, that's bad. So here we go. Here's the summary for all the storm reports. I will put this in the link below so you can see for yourself, because again, the news is not talking about this. Thunderstorm wind damage, Croton Falls, Westchester. Tree down near Croton Falls caused damage to the 3rd Rail and Metro North Harlem line, resulting in delays. Thunderstorm wind damage in Somers, Westchester County. Tree limbs and furniture tossed and damaged due to thunderstorm wind gusts. A flash flood in Fairlawn in Bergen County with multiple vehicles stranded on Broadway under the railroad overpass at the Broadway Fairlawn train station. Water was reported higher than the car windows. The police had to rescue people. Numerous reports of vehicles stranded due to high water on Route 208, including at Burdon Avenue, Merlot Avenue, and near the Maple Avenue Fire Company. Additional flooding was also reported on Burden Avenue with occupied vehicles stranded in high water, including at Ruskin Avenue. A flash flood in Elmwood Park in Bergen County. Numerous vehicles stranded by high water on River Drive at Columbia Street. Additional flooding was also reported on Mola Boulevard, and a flash flood in Elmwood Park. Basement of a house is flooded with 3 to 4 feet of water. So it was flooding too because these storms weren't moving very fast. So we're going to have to see how much rain actually fell in those areas. Probably a lot of rain probably fell in those areas due to the flooding. No actual rainfall reports here. Well, we could look at the public information statement and see if there is a rainfall report. But I'm not going to. If I find some rainfall reports, chances are it was very isolated amounts of rain that was heavy last night. So we can actually look at the. So this was Bergen County, so we could probably hit Teterboro. So let's see if we can get the observation out of Teterboro and see how much rain they got there. It's probably hit Teterboro, these storms. No, it's not the one. So, Teterboro. Let's see. Yeah, they got a lot of rain. 1.5 inches of rain in Bergen County. So, yeah, they got a lot of rain. So, probably 1.5 to 2 inches of rain. And it fell, look at that, in an hour. Over 1 inch an hour. That's a lot of rain. So, yeah, probably some really high rainfall amounts as a result of that. I'm curious if we can maybe get another airport here in that area, get an official observation. Let's see about Morristown. Did they get any heavy rain? No, they didn't get anything. See, so it was very spotty wherever that cell hit, but it did hit Bergen County. So Bergen County was hit very hard by that cell. Now, I'm just going for laughs. Let's see if News 12 New Jersey even covered this. 12 New Jersey. Let's see if they even spoke about the storms. Let's see if they even. Now, last time they actually did a good job covering it. Nothing. News 12 Connecticut, they didn't cover anything either. Connecticut didn't cover the storms, didn't cover people stranded. I'm just going to rant just for a little bit about it. Because News 12 obviously was not covering any local news today. They were all talking about the shooting, which is ridiculous. I understand it's a major national news story, but it shouldn't be taking up so much time when we have climate issues going on. All right, and this was also, well, at least they did report on this. So a fire was broke out at a Litchfield house, so a little lightning strike there. But again, they talk about the shooting. I mean, it's not local news. It has no effect on our area. But you know, the problem is the media is controlled by Wall Street. They want to publicize these stories about these mass shootings and give them attention, which they shouldn't be getting. They keep happening because they get attention. If the media would just ignore these things, they would probably stop happening, and these horrible tragedies would stop happening. But as long as we publicize these things, people are going to go nuts and do them just so they can get on the news. It's just my 2 cents. I've already given more than that here. So looking at the satellite, I don't want to rant too much about it. I just think the media did an awful job covering the storms last night. Too preoccupied with this. So here is the satellite image. You could see that little line of thunderstorms there. You could also see the stall front. Another cluster of thunderstorms looks like over North Carolina. And next we're going to look at the models. So let's look at the GFS and see what the general pattern is going to be for this week. You can see that ridge there. This high tries to build in, but again, that ridge is there, and we just continue to deal with stall front syndrome through the period. We have another high that's going to try to maybe come in and break that ridge down. Maybe it'll break it down, and this will be next weekend that we'll have to wait for. But you can still see the general deal. This ridge just does not want to go away. Maybe toward the end of the period it does, but what can I tell you? I'm going to look at the temperature anomalies in this week. Be close to normal tomorrow. Close to normal on Tuesday. Close to normal on Wednesday. So it doesn't look like it's going to be all that hot. And then it looks like we have some cool air trying to get in here. And you can see that cool air trying to get in here. And hopefully maybe it'll be able to push that front through, hopefully. So it does look like the east is cooler, which is good. But the dew points are really tell the story. So let's see what we have going into this week. You can see that little cool drop of air coming down there for tomorrow. So the little dry air try to get in, but then the humidity comes right back. You can see that ridge, and we try to get another front through on the weekend. You can see that. We try to get another front through, and hopefully it can make it through. Hopefully it can make it through this time. But the middle of the country is still dealing with lots of humidity, and then maybe a more substantial front as we get through the period. So let's look at the closer look at our area for tomorrow with the dew points. For your sun. So as we go into tomorrow, you see that dry air push in for Long Island. And then humidity comes right back. And if it went Tuesday, Wednesday, back in the humidity again. You can see that. and then another front tries to come through. And hopefully this time it will be more substantial, and looks like more of a substantial push of dry air coming in that it will make it through to New Jersey as well. And then another substantial push. So a little more optimistic, but we're still going to be dealing with periods of humidity. But hopefully, like I said, we can get some better air around. So let's look at the temperatures for tomorrow. Seasonal temperatures a little hotter in New Jersey, mostly low to mid 80s on Long Island. Same thing for Tuesday, hotter in New Jersey. Temperatures drop off a deal on Wednesday, probably due to cloud cover. Thursday, Friday, cools off nicely on Friday. Look at the weekend. Wow, only in the 70s. Wow, now it would be nice if we had clear skies with that. So now let's look at the sky cover. So here's tomorrow. Unfortunately, the cirrus rolls in on us tomorrow. So it looks like maybe we can get some clear skies. Maybe. With that cool air, that would be nice. But then some more clouds. But yeah, we do have some chances. We do have some chances. It's definitely got a better look to it than it did before. Let's look at the NAM model and see how that does for our skies. So, yeah, you can see the cirrus just overspreading our area tomorrow. So, unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to have any clear skies tomorrow. There'll be a lot of cirrus around. Of course, a lot of the weather people are saying mostly sunny. It won't be. There's going to be a lot of cirrus around. Same thing for Tuesday. So, at least, hopefully, that's why I took advantage of that blue sky we had on Saturday. And we did have some today, but it was hot today, so... And it was a little hazier today, too. I think there was a little more smoke in the air. So, let's look at the chances for showers now on the NAM. Tomorrow will be dry, but there you can see there's a slight chance over Jersey because that's where the front is closer. And then more of a chance on Tuesday with the humidity in the Wednesday, but just scattered on the NAM right now. You can look at the RGM, too, if you want. That only doesn't go that far out. So the bottom line is if we go look at the GFS, you'll see it's going to be kind of a wet period as we get into Wednesday. You can see chances of showers, thunderstorms on Wednesday, maybe a little bit on Thursday. Then we get that out of here by Friday. So let me just look at Vent2 Sky because I want to show you something regarding the climate. So we're going to pull this out. We're going to look at Vent2 Sky. We're going to take this back to around 7 this morning. I guess 7 this morning is good. Because Greenland is going through this crazy heat wave that is really... and temperatures at the surface, obviously, are a little cooler because you have the ice trying to keep the surface air cool. But if we pull this out a little bit and we look at 900... I think it's 900 level. 900... It was 900 or 925 maybe. Let's do 500 meters. Yeah, 500 meters. Look at this. Right over the ice, 500 meters over the ice. Temperatures up into the 50s. So this is very concerning. This is the 500 meter temperature here over the ice. So Greenland is having so much ice melt that the models didn't calculate that the ice melt would be this high in Greenland, but it is, and I just figured I'd talk about it. Of course, the mainstream media is not talking about it. They'd rather talk about the shooting, which, again, is ridiculous. The mainstream media is just, they don't want you to know what's going on because they're controlled by Wall Street. They don't want you to know what's going on with the planet. They don't want you to know that the Arctic is collapsing, that we have record warmth in Greenland. Look at these temperatures here, even Iceland. They don't want you to know that the jet streams are going nuts. They don't want you to know any of this. And they also don't want you to know what happened about the storms last night because, again, that's related to the climate, and they don't really want people knowing what's going on. They don't want people knowing. Look at this huge ridge over Greenland. Look at it. So they don't want you to know what's going on because, again, the media is controlled by Wall Street. It's up to us to take back the media. And you know, News 12 is basically like CNN now. They only care about a certain demographic. They're out there to cover up what's going on, along with the rest of the mainstream media. They don't want you to know that we're in a climate crisis. But you can rest assured, I'm going to keep talking about it. Several other YouTube channels are. I urge you to check out Paul Beckwith. I'm putting the cards in this video. Paul Beckwith, as well as Humpty Dumpty Tribe. He rants a lot, but he makes some good points. So that is. And also, there's another one, Black Bear News, I think. So check out those channels if you want to learn what's really going on in the world and what's really important. Listen to those channels and turn off the mainstream media. So that concludes this weather update. Take care. Thank you for watching.